Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. We're exactly 1 week away from the transfer window officially opening. It's going to be a huge transfer window for us. We know the players who are expected to leave. We know the players who are being linked to. One of them is playing a European final tonight as I'm recording this, Declan Rice. Let's see how he performs in that one. But in this one, we are going to be talking about the 5 positions that Arsenal must strengthen in this transfer window. So everyone has a different idea of which players they want, which positions we must strengthen. So make sure to comment down below. If you were to get 5 players, which positions do you want it to be? Do you want 3 goalkeepers and 2 strikers? Do you want 1 defender, 1 goalkeeper, 1 fullback, 1 midfielder? You get the point. Let me know. You get the idea. Sorry. Let me know which position you want to be strengthened this summer transfer window. So I've picked up my 5 positions that I want to be strengthened, and let's get straight into it. I'll be giving you my thoughts and ideas and why I do this and why I do that and all that pretty much. So first of all, there's a couple of positions I think we don't really need anyone. For example, the goalkeeper, I'm okay with Ramsdale, I'm okay with Tan. I don't think we really need a goalkeeper unless there's someone on a chip somewhere or someone who's on a free deal and we just need some experience or for court or stuff like that. I don't really think we need to spend money on a goalkeeper because otherwise, even spending money on a goalkeeper, if you're spending 2-3 million on a goalkeeper like a Ranasson, you know what happens. So you're pretty much forced to spend a lot of money if you're going to get like a goalkeeper like a Ramsdale. And actually, I think he's been rated as something like the best goalkeeper at the moment, like the most valuable goalkeeper at the moment. I think there's an article I've seen that Ramsdale is the most valuable goalkeeper at the moment. So I don't really think we need a goalkeeper. I also don't really think we need someone on the left side, on the left wing. If you watch NBA, you know what Ja Morant said, we are fine on the West. We are definitely fine on the West. With Martinelli and Trossard and all those guys, I think we're fine on the West side. So for the positions that I want us to strengthen, number 1 is fullback. So why do I want to strengthen in fullback? Obviously, Kieran Tierney could be leaving. If Tierney stays, I mean, I don't really think we need to strengthen that much. But even if Tierney stays, I still think we need a fullback either way. So, but unfortunately, I think he will be leaving, which will leave us with only Zinchenko on the left side, Tomiyasu on the right side, and Ben White, who's not really a right back, on the right side as well. So I don't think that is enough to compete in the Champions League and compete in the Premier League and in the Carabao Cup and also in the FA Cup. Now, Tavares is still our player. Do I think he'll come back to Arsenal next season? I don't really think so. I expect him to either get loaned out again or get sold on a permanent basis, something like that. But what about Ben White? For Ben White, I mean, someone like a Holding would not really have been playing as a centre-back last season if Ben White was if we had someone else to play at right back. Like if Tomiyasu was fit last season, Ben White would have been the one playing with Gabriel at centre back after Saliba got injured. It wouldn't have been Holding because Tomiyasu would just have played at right back and Ben White would just have come back to centre back. But the reason we had to play someone like a Holding in central defense in some of the crucial games at the end of the season is because we didn't have anyone else to play at right back, so we are forced to play Ben White at right back. But if we have a fullback preferably for me who can play both right and left side, mostly left side and also play on the right side, because as of now, Zinchenko can play on the left side and yes, Tomiyasu can play on the left side. And on the right side, Ben White can play there, yes, and Tomiyasu can play there, yes. But I want a fullback who fits into that system, like a Zinchenko or someone like that, someone who can invert in, or someone who can give us a different kind of ability like from fullback, like someone who can just bomb forward like a Tierney. I keep on saying Tierney because I don't really feel like we need to sell him, but I think he wants to play fast in football, so we're definitely going to sell him. So a fullback is very, very important. The kind of football we play and the number of injuries Tomiyasu gets, and because we really need Ben White at centre back as well, I really feel like we need a fullback. The ideal fullback would be someone like a Cancelo who can play on the left side and the right side. That would be an absolute dream if you get someone like a Cancelo. That would be absolutely amazing. So fullback is the first position I think we need to sort out. Someone like a Caicedo can help in that as well. Since he can play in that position, I think that's one of the reasons why it's become so much more expensive. There's not too many central midfielders who can also play at fullback. So there's that as well. But we'll talk about that one tomorrow. But first one is fullback. Second, I've chosen defensive mid. I think everyone will choose that as well. At the moment, you have 3 players who can play there: Jorginho, Thomas Partey, and Elneny. we don't really count El Neni because El Neni is not really playing a lot of games and he's injured. And we know in terms of ability, he's not really what we need in that midfield. He's a nice guy and everything. If he stays, no problem, but not as a starter or even as a backup or in the Champions League or Premier League. I wouldn't really bank on him to be that. And Jorginho, we're still not sure if he's going to stay. I've had some fans saying they want him to leave. Some fans saying he should stay for one more season. I think he signed like an 18-month contract, so he should be here until the end of next season. Personally, I feel like he's going to be here, so that helps us in terms of numbers. And Thomas Partey also, there's been rumors about him leaving, but I think at the end of the day, he's going to end up staying because if you sell Thomas Partey and Jack in the same window, then you're needing 2 or 3 midfielders right away. So even with them staying, Partey and Jorginho, you still need another midfielder because we've seen with Thomas Partey sometimes getting injured, and Jorginho, yes, he can cover for a few games, but do you really want him to start 5-6 games in a row for you? I don't really think so. So defensive midfield is very, very important for us. The likes of Caicedo, the likes of Rice, whoever you're going to sign, whoever can play in that role. Rice and Caicedo can play in multiple roles in midfield and also defensively. Rice used to be a centre back and Caicedo can play at fullback, but mainly to help us in that midfield, I think defensive midfielder is the second. And I think for me, that is the most important position on the pitch. That is the player who's going to pick up the ball from the centre backs and spread it to the other midfielders and to the forward players. And that is the player who's going to prevent, especially the number 10s, from getting anywhere close to your defense. So that's a very important role. Defensive mid is the second one. The third one is central mid. By central mid, I just mean the number 8 pretty much where Xhaka used to play, and Declan Rice can also play in that position. So I don't think we're only going to sign one midfield. I don't think that is enough, like only getting someone like I said. No, you need at least 2 midfielders to cover defensive midfield and central mid. That would be absolutely amazing. Caicedo and Declan Rice together, that would be perfect. Someone like Rice and Gundogan, that's fine as well. Or Tielemans have not been linked to him this transfer window, but anyone like that. But as long as you're getting in 2 quality midfielders to cover defensive mid and to cover central mid, the number 6 and the number 8, I think that would be that'll put us in a good position because Smith Rowe can also play there. He can come on in the second half. He can play in the other competitions. If need be, if you're going to attack in a game, Fabio Vieira can also play in that position. Zinchenko has been quoted to be able to play that position as well. So yes, we have multiple options, but we need someone who's certain to start in that position. So in some of the positions, we need backups. I think we need at least 2 starters to join us, and this is one of the positions where I think we need a starter because Xhaka is leaving. I don't really trust or expect any of the other players that we have to start in that position. Smith Rowe 2 seasons ago, yes, but as of now, still recovering from injury, and that Xhaka role is crazy. It's very, very hard, very, very hard. Players like Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio also options, but let's see what happens to that position. But those are the first 3. The fourth one now is a backup. The fullback one is also either a starter or a backup. The defensive mid one is either a backup for Partey or someone who's going to rotate with Partey. Central mid is definitely a starter. And the right winger, the fourth position I want us to sort out, is a backup for Bukayo Saka. Now, Nicolas Pepe would have been ideal. Like if Nicolas Pepe would have hit the ground running for us, there's no way we would have even been talking about a right winger right now. But unfortunately, it has been a disappointing spell for him at Arsenal. It's looking likely that he will leave Arsenal. So we need a backup right back for right winger for Saka. Now, Nelson can play there, yes. Trossard, I don't really think so. I think he's more of the left-sided player cutting in or playing as a false 9. Same with Martinelli, prefers the left side. I had him talking some other time and he was like, I prefer the left side. So there's that as well. Smith Rowe prefers the left side, not really the right side. Yes, Fabio Vieira can play as a wing on the right side. We've seen him play there in the under-23s games and a couple of games that he started for us in the Europa League this past season. But you need a guy who's definitely going to come in for Saka. When Saka needs a rest, someone you're just going to play, and without any wise like, oh no, Saka is out. Who is this guy coming on? No, you need someone who can come in and play that position and cover that role nicely. Preferably, if the same right winger can also play as a striker, that would be absolutely wonderful because that is the 5th position I want us to sort out. Striker. Now, my idea for a striker is two different ideas. Either you get in a tall striker who's going to give you something different, hold up the ball, score headers, like when the game is drawing 1-1 or something, last 20 minutes, and you're putting crosses into the box, someone who can head in the ball, either something like that, or number two, a right winger a striker who can also play as a right wing, the likes of Diaby and people like that. The players who can either play center forward or right winger. That would be absolutely helpful. So sometimes you start as a center forward, and then if Saka needs the rest, you can also start on the right side. Jesus can actually play both positions as a striker and as a right winger if needed. So if you get a striker who can actually come in and do the job for you, there's no problem with actually starting with him and also Jesus on the right side in the same game. That would be absolutely helpful. I really want 5 players, but the only way I can accept 4 players is if you're getting a striker who can also play as a right winger, so he's coming to cover both positions. But it would be preferably like to get in someone who can play both sides. But for 4 players, I can understand that one. Or if you're getting like a defensive mid or central mid who can also play at fullback, knowing that Partey is going to be available, knowing that someone like a Rice is still going to be in midfield as well. So very, very crucial transfer window ahead for us. Let's see how it goes. Let me know the 5 positions you think we should be sorting out. Do you need 2 strikers? Do you need a left winger, despite me saying we don't need a left winger? Do you need another goalkeeper? Let me know. As of now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.